The World Cup is starting in 1 month, and this means that the best footballers from my generation, Messi and Ronaldo, will be playing for the ultimate trophy one last time. Now, both Messi and Ronaldo have dominated the sport for years, and they can be considered the top 2 players of all time when it comes to football. However, they've both failed to do something that other greats have done, and that is to win a World Cup. So in the last World Cup for Messi and Ronaldo, can either of them win the trophy? Today, we're gonna answer that question and many more, but first, let's take a look at how Messi and Ronaldo did at previous World Cups. To start off with Messi, he made his World Cup debut in 2006 in the Germany edition, where he hopped off the bench in the 75th minute against Serbia and Montenegro. And this was a good debut for him because he assisted a goal and he also scored one of his own in a huge 6-0 win. However, Messi was the new kid on the block on a very stacked Argentina team, therefore meaning he did not get to play as much. Argentina did go somewhat far in this World Cup, and they only lost in the quarterfinals to Germany on penalties. Now at the 2010 World Cup, it was different for Messi. Now, he was a star that everyone has taken note of. After all, in the season prior, Messi won the Champions League after scoring a goal in the final against Manchester United to win the biggest trophy in club football. So when the World Cup came around, there was a lot of pressure on the young Argentinian player. However, sadly, he failed to deliver to those expectations. That's because throughout the entire tournament, he managed to only get a single assist, and Argentina were again eliminated by Germany in the quarterfinals in a 4-0 beatdown. Germany haunted Argentina again, but this wasn't going to be the last time they did that. That's because in the 2014 World Cup, Argentina went further than they ever have in recent history, and they went all the way to the finals of the tournament. Messi was also carrying Argentina and was balling out for his country. This is because Argentina won every single game in the group stages, and Messi was a huge reason for that. He scored against Bosnia, scored a last-minute winner against Iran, which was spectacular, and then scored 2 goals against Nigeria to make sure they topped the group. It was looking good for Argentina because with Messi playing at his best, he was going to be almost impossible to stop. However, in the knockout stages, despite making it all the way to the finals, Argentina low-key struggled. This is because the entire game plan for Argentina was revolved around Messi, so if he couldn't do it by himself, Argentina were stuck. And Messi was not playing at his best because in all 4 knockout stage games, he only had 1 assist, and that was to Di Maria in the round of 16. They did manage to make it all the way to the final though, but unluckily for them, they had to face Germany. If you guys don't recall, Germany knocked out Argentina out of the 2006 and 2010 World Cup, and now they were the reason that Argentina did not win it. This is because in extra time, Mario Götze scored the killer goal to give the World Cup to the Germans. With Messi not playing at his best in the final and for the majority of the knockout stages, he still won the Player of the Tournament award, which is a great award by the way. But I'm sure he would have rather had the World Cup trophy in his hands instead. Now moving on to the 2018 World Cup, it felt like at that time this was Messi's last chance to win the World Cup. This is because this World Cup was going to be the last time Messi was going to be in his prime. However, Argentina were a disaster at this World Cup. They failed to beat the newcomers Iceland, and the blame was on Messi because he missed the penalty against them, and then they got slapped up in the next game by the eventual finalist Croatia 3-0. And after this game, there was so much drama surrounding the Argentinian national team camp. For example, like Sampaoli being a terrible head coach and a ton of drama surrounding him, and also Caballero not being a good enough goalkeeper that year, which he honestly wasn't. However, despite all of this drama, Messi came clutch in the game against Nigeria and scored a very important goal to send Argentina to the knockout stages. In the round of 16 though, they had to face the eventual World Cup champions France, and they lost to them. They did put up a great fight against them, with Messi putting up 2 assists in a 4-3 thriller, but it doesn't matter because they still got knocked out early at the World Cup. So all in all, Messi seems to be so unlucky in previous World Cups with Argentina. And to be fair, he hasn't performed that well either, because in all the knockout stage games he's played at the World Cup, he's gotten 0 goals. However, with Argentina's great form leading up to the 2022 World Cup, things could be different this time. Before we talk about that though, let's talk about Cristiano Ronaldo's World Cup history as well. Ronaldo also made his World Cup debut in the 2006 version hosted in Germany. And for starters, he played more for his country than Messi did at that time, and this was simply due to the fact that Ronaldo was more established in the football scene and was already doing great things with Manchester United. Ronaldo also performed pretty well at this World Cup. He ended up scoring a penalty against Iran in the group stages and also scored the winning penalty against England in the quarterfinals. However, at that World Cup, Portugal sadly lost in the semifinals to France. And to this day, this is the furthest Cristiano Ronaldo has ever gone in the world's largest tournament. Now at the 2010 World Cup, Ronaldo came in with a ton of spotlight on him. After all, he was a Ballon d'Or winner, he was Portugal's captain, and at the time he was the most expensive player in the world after being bought by Real Madrid for 94 million euros. However, Ronaldo crumbled under the pressure and did not perform well at all to his standards. Portugal got 2nd place in their group and only managed to score against North Korea, where Ronaldo got his only goal of the tournament. Portugal also later got knocked out to the eventual champions of the World Cup, Spain, in the round of 16, thanks to David Villa's 63rd minute goal. Overall though, at this specific World Cup, Ronaldo and the Portuguese team were overwhelmingly disappointing. Now at the 2014 World Cup, Portugal were actually at a risk of not making it to Brazil if they did not beat Sweden in the World Cup qualifier. However, that's where Cristiano Ronaldo came in and got a hat-trick against Sweden to send Portugal all the way to Brazil. Unluckily for them though, Portugal ended up in the group of death with Germany, USA, and Ghana. Despite this, Portugal was still one of the favorites to go through to the knockout stages. There was a problem though. Portugal's star man, Cristiano Ronaldo of course, has been battling through an injury and did not play in the 2 preseason games heading into the tournament. This was obviously a scare for Portugal because there was no way he was going to be 100% fit for the biggest tournament of all time. Additionally, Ronaldo was diagnosed with a chronic knee condition called tendinosis, which is a heavy injury that has no guaranteed cure and it sadly can get worse over time. This is why Ronaldo had to change his game from being a tricky, explosive winger to a reliable goal-scoring 9. Anyways, Portugal did disappoint in this tournament after getting slapped out by Germany in the first game 4-0 and then ended up dropping crucial points to the USA as well. And because of these struggles, they managed to get knocked out in the group stages. Now in 2018, Portugal had a better team than in their most recent previous World Cups. After all, they were the reigning Euro champions even though they won that tournament tying every single game until the semis, but that's a totally different discussion. Anyways, Ronaldo put Portugal on his back against Spain and scored a hat-trick to get an important point. With this, they progressed as a second place in the group to the round of 16. However, they were sadly knocked out by Uruguay after a masterclass performance by Cavani, and this means they were sent home early again. Now, just like Messi, Ronaldo has never scored a goal in the knockout stages of a World Cup. However, with an upcoming talented Portuguese generation, Ronaldo does not have to worry about putting this country on the back and carrying them, and now he has to focus on only fulfilling his own duties at the top and scoring goals. Overall, looking at Messi and Ronaldo's journeys at previous World Cups, it makes me sad to see that they were both so close to winning it, with Messi being in the World Cup final in 2014 and Ronaldo being in the semifinals in 2006. However, with both of them playing in their final 5th World Cup with more talented squads than before, maybe it's time for one of the GOATs to actually win the biggest prize of them all. So can either of them do it? Let's take a closer look. Now, Argentina are considered strong favorites to go on and win this World Cup in Qatar. After all, they're the recent Copa America winners after winning their first one since 1993, giving Messi his first international trophy for Argentina, which he desperately needed. The winning does not stop there for Argentina though, because they went on to win another trophy in the Finalissima. And this is a game between the Euro champions and the Copa America champions, and this is where Argentina destroyed Italy 3-0. Portugal have also won trophies in their recent history as well. It has been some time though, but Portugal were the European champions in 2016, and they also ended up winning the Nations League against the Netherlands back in 2019 as well. So with that being said, this means that Messi's won 2 international trophies and Ronaldo's also won 2 international trophies. And more importantly, Portugal and Argentina have winning experience, which is crucial for winning a World Cup. However, looking at history is great, but to see if Argentina or Portugal can actually win this World Cup, we have to look at their very recent form. For Argentina in just 2022, they played 8 games, winning 7 of them and drawing the other 1. And in fact, they haven't lost a single game since that loss to Brazil in the Copa America semifinals in 2019. This means that Argentina are 35 games unbeaten and are looking to beat Italy's undefeated streak at the World Cup as well. Additionally, in their most recent games before the World Cup, Argentina destroyed Honduras and Jamaica 3-0. But let's be honest, Jamaica and Honduras are both weak teams respectfully. Since I started watching football though, this Argentina team is the best Argentinian team I've ever seen. Even better than the 2014 national team that made it all the way to the World Cup final. So I do have high hopes for them. Now, Portugal's form isn't as strong as Argentina's because in their 8 games in 2022, they managed to win 5, drawing 1 but losing 2 games. One of those games was against Switzerland in the Nations League, and also the other one was to Spain in the Nations League as well. It has to be said though, Portugal are facing stronger opposition than Argentina are right now, so it's kind of hard to compare the two. However, it does feel like Argentina are the hotter team right now, with them winning the trophies more recently, and the fact that their unbeaten streak is longer than 3 years. Let's talk about Messi and Ronaldo individually though, because they're the 2 GOATs that we're talking about. Let's start off with Messi, who has been doing really well for PSG this season, because in fact in 14 games, Messi has had 8 goals and 8 assists. Now I know he's playing in a weaker league than Cristiano Ronaldo is because he's playing in the Prem, but still, 16 goal contributions in 14 games is very impressive. And for Argentina, Messi has 9 goals in the past 4 games. This is pretty inflated because he scored 5 goals against Estonia, but still, that's pretty impressive too. Now going on to Ronaldo, his season has been pretty poor. He's been a bench warmer for Ten Hag's United and has only played a limited amount of minutes this season. Additionally, he's only taken part in 12 games, getting 2 goals and 1 assist. That's really disappointing for Cristiano Ronaldo, I'm not gonna lie. Additionally, in the last 8 games for Portugal, Ronaldo has only gotten 2 goals as well, which is not a good look for one of the GOATs obviously. So now it begs the question, will Messi or Ronaldo win their final World Cup to certify their GOAT status? Well, for me, they're already both GOATs regardless if they win the World Cup Cup or not. But for me, if one of these guys is gonna win the 2022 World Cup, it's gonna be Messi. Argentina's form is looking a lot like Italy's form before they won the Euros, and also Argentina are one of the hottest national teams right now with a plethora of talent in their squad besides Lionel Messi. While Portugal, although the talent is there, they have been lacking in their play recently, and now they have an injury to one of their most important players right now, Diego Jota, so it's gonna be hard for Portugal to win it in my opinion. However, if everything goes right, there is a chance that Argentina and Portugal could face off against each other in the World Cup final. So that is what I'm gonna be hoping for. So anyways, let me know down in the comments below whether you guys think it's possible for Messi or Ronaldo to win the World Cup. And huge shout out to Third Win Sports for this video idea. Check that one out in the description below. Also remember to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so you'll never miss one of my videos. And also leave a like because it'll let me know whether you guys like these types of videos. Anyways, thanks for watching, and until next time, peace.